thank everyone for coming out here today. Not only for me, but obviously for Renewal, for Goldie Grunhard, who did this entire thing all on her own. Not anyone to help. And of course from Tomar and Dahlia, who are back in Eretz Yisrael in their home and are so happy to be there. When Menachem Friedman first told me about the Seudat, he told me, come, enjoy, you'll have a great time. Then, of course, 3 days ago, he texted me. He wouldn't even call me. And you don't know Menachem, but he's basically the one who does everything. Medi YouTube. Really, he's the one that runs everything out of Renewal. He's the one you talk to. And he didn't have the guts to call me. He texted me, and I quote, he said, I want to make sure you're talking on Sunday, and also maybe your husband. So he kind of threw that in. I really thought donating my kidney would be enough, but I guess talking is part of it. In all seriousness, though, it gave me an opportunity to really think about why I donated and to really figure out what were my reasons. And I realized as I was thinking about it that I really donated because I was acting like a child. I was acting like a 2-year-old. And I know you're all thinking, what did you just say? That was not some profound answer, but it was. I want to explain. At what age do you see a child achieve the most independence and really go from a little independent baby that relies on their parent for everything to a mini person? They learn to walk, to jump, to run. They learn to go to the bathroom. They start wanting to do everything on their own. Usually around 1.5 to 3, and the biggest part about it is usually at the stage of 2 years old, where we call it the terrible twos, because they love nothing more than to say no. They want to do it all on their own. And they want to become independent. And as much as us parents find it so frustrating, it's really beautiful to watch because they have such a strong sense of determination. They want to do something, they go for it. No one stops them. They're not afraid. They'll jump, hop, they'll run into things without ever thinking. All they know is they're focused on a goal. They have a goal, they want to achieve that goal, and they do everything in their power to do it. And if you ever notice a mother who makes the wrong turn in the grocery aisle and goes down the aisle of candy, and with her 2-year-old, you will see a very determined child who will do everything in their power not to get the one candy, because I guarantee you that child knows they're getting the candy. It's just a matter of how many candies they can get their mother to give them. And they're not embarrassed of the temper tantrum they're about to throw. They're not thinking whether my mother's going to be embarrassed, whether I'm embarrassed. All they're thinking and focused on is, I have a goal. I want the candy, and I'm going to do everything in my power to get it. And this sense of stubbornness usually stays with the child till about 5 or 6, where they're still very fearless. You ever ask a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old what they want to be when they grow up? They don't say an accountant or a speech therapist. And I have nothing against accountants. All my brothers are accountants. My poor brother's sitting there is like, accountants are good people. But the bottom line is, that's not the goal of a 5-year-old. The 5-year-old wants to be a superhero. They want to be the biggest thing. They want to be a firefighter or a policeman. They want to be the president of the United States. Us mommies and abbas would be proud to know that they even say a mommy and an abba. Because at 5, they really do think that we are the most powerful thing around, that we have a koch that nobody else has, and they want to be nothing more than us. So they want to be the hero. They want to be the one that saves lives, the one that does big, great things. And then they get older, and then they become teenagers and adults, and then they become afraid, and fears kick in, and they think, and everything is thought out. Should I do it? What are the consequences? Why am I doing this? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Is this the right thing to do? And it's a good thing. I always say, don't ever think for 1 second it's not good that we think things through. But bottom line is, when we think so much, we sometimes don't act on things that come to us. And we don't grab opportunities that come our way because we just assume all the fears kick in and we're afraid to take a leap of faith and to just jump. And I was up late one night about 1 o'clock reading emails, and I read an email from Hilly. Hilly's this guy in LA who puts out this community website, and he had an article. He puts now a couple of aish.com videos and articles, and he had an article from Lori Klotnick, who's this woman right here, okay? And she wrote about her donating her kidney. And I was reading this story, and she writes all about what she went through, and all that went through my mind was, I want to be that hero. I want to be that person that helps someone else. I want to do this. And being that 2-year-old and being the childish kid who was not thinking, I emailed the 2 organizations that she had on there. And the following morning, in the bright light of day, Menachem from Renewal called me. And of course, being Menachem, he's not here today. I wish he would have been. He's written so many times in my speech. But he called me and said, oh, what an easy process, not a big deal, this is great, everyone should do it. So I was like, great, let's do it. And honestly, at that point, it was an easy process. It was just the fact of me getting tested. And to go and get tested was something that I was okay with. Let's go do it. I jumped in. I got tested for a father of 9 from Crown Heights. I ended up not matching to him at the end. And they ended up taking my blood and putting it out into the registry of 800 Jewish people that need kidneys. And if you think about it, that's a super large number, that there's 800 other Jews out there, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, that are waiting for someone to come forward and give them a chance to live. And they put me out in the registry, and no one wanted my blood. My blood was rejected from all of them. I'm very hyper.
I can't blame them.
Yeah. Thanks, Peanut Gallery. Okay. So at that point, Menachem came to me and said, can we put you in for a swap? Which basically means that I buddied up with someone else on that list, and they would put out my blood to the 80,000 registry. And I buddied up with 2 from women, one from Eretz Yisrael, one from Williamsburg. And they said, well, see, you're basically, if I match up to someone in the 80,000, I give them my kidney only if they're able to provide a kidney to my sister, to my swap partner. And we went, we asked not only Skalena Rebbe, we asked Rav Yashav, our Rav in LA asked Rav Yashav, and we got a complete haskama and a bracha saying the end result is the same, you're saving a life. So whichever way it happens, go for it. And they put me out in the 80,000 registry, and nobody wanted me. I wonder why, Esty. Okay, so nobody wanted my blood, and basically I was left. So it was a whole year process. Now at this point, I've gone from not feeling just, oh my gosh, I tried, I did everything I could. I can always say, hey, I tried giving a kidney even if I didn't. I went to feeling very disappointed and feeling like, Hashem, why am I not worthy? Why am I not one of the people that's worthy to save another life? It's a dream. I want to do something big. Why can't I do it? Why am I